All right, Coach, thank you as always. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And that'll carry over. For a touchback.
Here we go. Set up. 90 Wolf. X3. 218. Chop.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Here we go, here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ready.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A give running right is Chubb. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Well, here's a first down throw that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
He finds Beckham complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Back at their 18-yard line.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now here's Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line, Olivier Vernon. Able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Now Benjamin. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a first and 10 on the short side of the field.
8-3.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go one more.
To throw on third down, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Double up. Check three. 50, yellow. Check 15, check 50.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a third down.
Yellow. Let's go. Hey, Ripley.
Here we go.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Yellow.
Kansas City Chiefs.
50
First down.
Run. Slay.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
SOS. Approaching spell.
They'll run on first down. Brown, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They give it here to Brown. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Tavecchio good on the extra point. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Watch out, watch out. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Olivier Vernon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, no, look at that. Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? Hey, tight. Hero 15. Switch gears.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And going deep for Hill. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
Returning, it's Benjamin. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Browns will take over first and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
On the stop, Breeland speaks. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
He lost two there, and it's third down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Motion, motion, motion.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, 57, 57.
50's the exit. 50's the mine. Rabbit, rabbit.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Now a carry for Brown, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check out three.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is taken at the 23.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Mahomes now to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Zoom, fellas, let's go. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Browns drive about to get started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Set.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked picked off by Darquez Denard. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
And got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for KC. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Mahomes now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. It's caught. Beckham. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll get 3 up to midfield. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
He's not pushed on Travis.
They run. Chump. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. And we've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
1st down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Watch out.
This is Brown on the draw play. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. On 1st down, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Yellow.
Scene 6.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
15.
Mike 50.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Got a man, it's Brown. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
55.
Looking to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. 56.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in, even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line. They got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Get the ball. Check 26, check 26. Hey, get him. Attack.
Hey, yo, go gun. Come on, attack.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. There goes a deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Ready.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Now Chubb. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I put the word big in capital letters here. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Go! Go now.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. To throw on second down, Lawrence. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Attack!
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. The Browns drive about to get started. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Chubb slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, second and 11. A toss play to Chubb. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. Handoff comes to Chubb. Refused down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Brings up second and 10.
Here we go.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10.
Switch.
Easy.
Now Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Kansas City.
Let's hit the post-game tailgates and grab some of that barbecue.
Yeah, BBQ.